I'm Top Pierce with RoamBuilt. We are a manufacturer of all the exterior mods that go on your Mercedes Sprinter vans. We have different things like front bumpers, rear bumpers, roof racks, ladders, steps, storage boxes in the back. We also have the rear door accessories that you can add a ladder to, tire carrier, and stuff like that. The thing that we're going to be the most known for is the fact that it's hybrid. So most of all of our stuff, especially when it comes to bumpers, is going to be a hybrid, meaning some is going to be steel, which is what connects to your frame for your winching and stuff, and then all of the shell is going to be aluminum. So with most of our competitors, with a small bumper that's going to be 150 pounds by them, ours runs at about 65 pounds. Same with the big bumper, they're going to be around 250 to 300 pounds. Ours is going to be 150 pounds. By us doing that, everything is about weight savings. And you want to have that weight savings because you know that you're going to be loading up with all the extra items that you want to go inside of your vehicle, all the extra recovery gear that you're going to have, and everything that you want to do with that. Originally, we started off with backwoods adventure mods. This is about 8 years ago. And one of our biggest competitors and the OG in the market was RoamBuilt, owned by a guy named Cincinnati. And we were able to work a deal out to where we were able to purchase RoamBuilt from him after COVID. And we were able to take all of the backwoods adventure mod stuff that was all the vans, because they do all Toyota Tacomas, 4Runners, Land Cruisers, all that stuff. And we were able to segue it into where when you're watching anything on YouTube or you're watching any social media, there's a very clear distinction between it now. They took everything and went with all trucks. RoamBuilt took everything with all vans. Currently, we only have Sprinter stuff, but we're in the process of coming out with more Transit stuff and ProMaster stuff, just like what we used to have with backwoods. But it's brand new for us again. Buddy and I purchased it and closed November 13th of 2025. And he was one of my buddies that I used to work with in the oil field. He was one of my customers. His name's Joey Satterfield. And he had sold a company that was a frac tank company. And I got in touch with him and we worked a deal out, and now we have now taken over RoamBuilt completely. Everything is manufactured in Arkansas currently. I do have some stuff that's farmed out to some areas in Texas and then also in Indiana, but the majority of everything that we do is going to be made in Arkansas. The first thing that I'm going to show you is going to be the steps that we have here. These are going to be the tube steps that we offer. They have a grate on them. They have a wider step than most of our competitors, but we also have a flat step too that's just going to be bent aluminum, and it has no prep in it because it's very much made for dog lovers, because everybody's worried about their dogs breaking paws and doing stuff like that. So we tried to make a dog-friendly step as well. Still have the wideness of it. It's about 6 inches wide for you to be able to get in and out of your van. Next thing I'm going to show you is going to be the toolbox. This is our newest thing. So I spent some time on the road, like 36 days, and my biggest problem that I had was having to load and unload this box over and over and over again because of the water hose. The water hose is either on the bottom, and then when you put it on the top, then it gets everything wet. So we came up with a drawer system. We have an 8-inch drawer that goes on the bottom, and keep in mind, everything is a la carte. So you can buy the box first, and then at a later date, you can add the drawers anytime you want to. You're able to put your shore power inside of here, your water hose, everything goes into this one bottom drawer. You don't have to worry about the water anymore getting around your box. And then you'll also see the 5-inch up here. I have all my extra recovery stuff for any like jumper cables, for you being able to do your fill up with your air when you air down to be off-road and do stuff like that. Air back up can go in there. And then of course I have a recovery gear here from Warren that goes on my top shelf, and then all the extra additives you need on the road while you're traveling, just in case you have to have extra antifreeze, oil, anything like that. These do come, every one of them come with a shelf already, and you also have a molly panel here, and then you have a small molly panel that goes on the side, and you're able to add a 1-gallon roto pack to it. You can either do it with fuel or water, and they also have a double stack, so you can actually stack 2 of them together if you want to. The next thing I'm going to show you is going to be our rear bumper. This is an aluminum bumper as well. It integrates specifically with the Mercedes tow package. It is only 70 pounds. It works with your lane change assist and all of your stuff. With the box, you also have to have a way to mount the box to your van. So we have a box mount that goes on here. And then you also have your tire carrier. So again, a la carte. You can buy the tire carrier, and then at a later date, if you want to put a ladder on it, you pop a cap out of here, and then your ladder slides down on top of it, and you can buy that at a later date as well. As you come around to this side, you're gonna see this is gonna be our side ladder. It's called the chicane ladder. This is probably one of the biggest movers that Cease had when RoamBuilt had first started, because he took into consideration being able to move it back, bypass the flare spaces, and then gave it this little jog in it to go around your wheel well. It connects directly into your roof rails on the top of your van, and then it goes through the body pinch at the bottom with a gusset on the back side to make sure that the stability is there for you to be able to go up and down. I mean, you can see when you're on this thing, it'll moves the whole van when you go around. This is gonna be our side step for your front. It does not go the entire way. It only has a step for the door to be able to get into the door. And then you have your front bumper over here. This is the hybrid bumper I was talking about. We call it the Low Pro. So this Low Pro bumper here is 65 pounds. Your entire shell is gonna be all aluminum. And then your recovery points and where your winch is and what mounts to your frame is gonna be all steel. So that way you don't have any worries whenever you're doing any type of recovery or anything like that. This is set up. This is about 1.9-inch tube. So you can buy these Baja lights, the 2-inch, and then you'll put a rubber grommet on the inside of it to make it be able to fit tight and be able to make it to where everything stays tight on there. Lastly, what you're gonna see is the Safari roof rack. So this is a custom roof rack. We have one that is going to be very much set up to where it's an easy DIY situation. It doesn't matter what you have on the real estate of your roof, air conditioner, any of that stuff. It's all irrelevant because you can move your extrusions anywhere that you need to bypass any of the obstacles. This specific roof rack, though, is going to be custom. So we would have to get your dimensions, all of your stuff, and then we cut out specific holes for your AC, max air fans, and anything else that you have to go up there. This is a more heavy duty, it's completely decked. You can stand on top of it. A lot of people like to have it for when they're going to races and stuff like that. It gives them a place to be able to stand and be higher than everybody else. So that right there is a little bit of the walkthrough of what we have to offer. We also do have a skid plate that you can see underneath the van here. It is also aluminum, but it is super heavy duty. It comes in gold or it comes in black, either one. We did take into consideration oil changes, so there's a little square that's cut out down there. That way you can pop out a couple of screws, you're able to change your oil, not have to mess with taking the entire skid plate off while you're doing anything like that. So that's a little run through of what we do. If you need anything at all, my cell phone number is 479-595-6564. I would love to answer any questions, help you out any way that I can, and I greatly appreciate anybody who's already working with us. Thank you so much.